Hardin and Tessa's story is told through a series of songs, one after the other. The song is titled After and is written in the form of a love letter to Tessa. Hardin and Tessa meet Naomi and Kat at a nightclub. Naomi introduces them to their friend and co-worker Catherine. The two discuss their new book and how they hope to have it published by Christmas. Hardin and Naomi are at a family meeting when Kat's phone rings. Naomi asks, "Do you think he's okay?" Kat, "That's a nice way of putting it." Naomi, "He's a hot fucking mess." Hardin sighs. Hardin says he doesn't really know what's going on either. He keeps trying to write and every time he does, everything just ends up going back to Tessa. "I don't have another book in me. I never did. I think it was all a fluke," he says. Hardin is a flight attendant who works at a cruise ship in Lisbon, Portugal. She talks to her mother, Trish, about the past and the present. "Trish, just let go of some of your regrets so you can stop dragging them into your future. I don't care who you came with, as long as I'm leaving with you," he writes. "The moonlight got us making bad decisions," he adds. "These days, I wear my body like an uninvited guest." Hardin is wearing black to mourn the sudden loss of innocence, and that's all right, because it hides the dirt and hides the wine. With the placement of the seam, I think this is perfect. "Just give me one moment and I'll be right with you." Landon and Nathalie sit down for a drink in Camden, South London. Landon asks if the radiator in their car is making a tsking sound. The pair talk about their love for each other. They also talk about Landon's new girlfriend, and the sex they've had. They talk about what they would like to do if they could. Nathalie meets up with her ex-boyfriend, Hardin, for a drink. Hardin was on his way to uni, but lost his scholarship with everything going on. Nathalie is trying to be a better person. Hardin and Maddie Freya meet up for a drink at a local watering hole. Freya introduces Hardin as her first crush. Hardin accuses Freya of sending around a private video of the two of them. The pair argue over the video, and Freya threatens to carry Hardin home. Sebastian Hardin is a famous author. Maddie and Nathalie meet up with the author. Hardin tells them about his book After. "After was easy. I had my muse. I was inspired. I could have written thousands of pages. It's kind of the irony of it all, isn't it? If I didn't have her, I wouldn't have the book." Sebastian, "I really thought that sharing our story would help people, the same way that it helped me to get through my shit and figure things out. I now understand that I shouldn't have gone and published it to the entire fucking world without telling her. It's not nice being exposed without your consent." Singer, "I'll never forgive myself for what I did to you. You know that." Hardin, "Never." James posted it. "So you're fine now." "You're fine. I have good days. I have bad days. I've moved on and so should you." Christian and Tessa are still in a relationship. Tessa says she wants to move on. Christian says he can't comprehend the thought of giving up on them. He says he's trying. Sebastian Batch, "I'm so scared of failing, so I just end up ruining everything instead." Batch, "You need to change the metrics by which you define success." Batch, "You can start by writing 1 page a day, just that, and that'll be your success." Hardin and Nathalie have been spending time together for the first time in months. Hardin apologizes for lying to her, saying he's still in love with Tessa. Landon calls to say he's going to his brother's wedding, but doesn't want to miss it. Nathalie says it takes bravery to be so forgiving. Hardin speaks in Portuguese. Worker speaking in Portuguese. Hardin, "I just came back to give you this. It's still very much a work in progress. I haven't sent it to my editor yet or anything like that." Tessa Gibson sees her brother Robert for the first time in 2 years. Robert is dating a neuroscientist and the two are already talking about marriage. Tessa is nervous about seeing her brother, who is her best man. Tessa Thompson apologizes to her ex-boyfriend, Landon, for publishing his poem After. "I know that now I really hurt you, Tess, and I'm sorry," she says. There's Lynn Young, "I found love where it wasn't supposed to be, and I missed you more than I thought I would. I'm sorry that I pulled away from you after I read your manuscript. I was just so worried what people would think about me or us, but I choose you. We're inevitable."